Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lovelace with Lovey's Fat Life, and today we have a very rare opportunity, and we just jumped all over this when we got to meet Cooper, a Eastern Indigo snake that is the largest breed of snake native to the United States. This was a very rare opportunity for us, and our friends Matt and Kimbra took us backstage at the Florida Aquarium in Tampa. And hey, you get to hang out and get to learn about an Eastern Indigo snake with Matt as he tells us all about them. This went on the endangered species in 1978.
These are the animals I take care of, which are mostly reptiles.
Cool.
And I'm going to bring one out.
All right.
One of the first groups, not the first group, but one of the first groups I got to work with this species. This is called an Eastern Indigo snake. This particular type of snake is the largest species of snake in North America that's native to North America. They can get, the record is 9 feet long. So this is a 2-year-old. So he's a little bitty guy. They have big scales. They're super smart. And,
don't they eat other snakes?
They do, even venomous.
I remember Snake Discovery. The husband of he was talking about how they wanted. Yeah, Ed was saying that he. No, it was Brian Barzik. Brian Barzik was talking about they went and saw up in Michigan. They brought some alligators back down, and they visited a place up there, and they had an indigo, and he said that's one of the ones he wanted.
Yeah, they're really cool. They will live in burrows, like gopher tortoise burrows and things like that. But one of the neat things about them, besides them just being really alert and smart, like you can tell this is a different animal than the normal snake that you and I are used to. When they get scared, they will do the cobra thing, but instead of going out this way, it goes up and down.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like a vertical hood.
So it puffs straight up instead of this way, like out. They don't flatten and go wide. They go straight up.
Yeah, it's really interesting looking. But like when he's got a little hide box, and the other snakes, I walk back there. They're in the hide box. They don't come out. He's got his head poking out as soon as he sees me.
Really?
Right inside, because he's just getting used to this. Like we've barely handled him at all yet and stuff. He was born, I believe, at Jacksonville Zoo.
Really?
And then we got him.
Was he donated to here? Is that how you got him, or
so
like a rescue?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, so zoos work together if they're part of the AZA, which is American Zoos and Aquarium Association. And this is an animal that's on the endangered species list. It's listed as threatened, but it's an what they call an SSP animal, so it's a species of special concern. There's you're not allowed to have these as pets in Florida,
right?
Because they don't want people to take them out of the wild. You can't even have them as places like this without permit.
Are they native to Florida at all?
They are.
They are.
Almost only Florida, but there's another species that lives out west, and these guys go a little bit into Georgia and some of the states on the Panhandle, but pretty much is Florida. And their biggest problem is habitat loss. But in the past, they were commonly collected as pets, but not bred as pets. So there's a lot of restrictions and stuff on.
So what's the biggest difference visually between it and a regular black snake?
So these guys, so like a black snake like you guys would have in North Carolina, which is actually where Guinness, our black rat snake, is from.
My sister saw one at the mailbox. So everything's happening to my sister while we're gone. She saw there was a big black snake in her mailbox, and she was trying to get it to go away, and it wouldn't go away.
Throw a rock at it.
Oh no! Well, they do get big. It is a pretty large species of snake.
9 feet.
They'll have a different shaped head, a little more like your corn snake, a little more distinct head shape, and then they have usually kind of some white underneath their chin and stuff like that. That and then the scales are different. So the reason they're called indigo snakes is these big scales. If the light hits them just right, especially sunlight.
A blue hue too.
Yeah, it's kind of like a iridescence to them.
That's awesome.
And then their face, they look like a cobra. Like their head looks like a cobra head and stuff. And then this particular individual, and some of them have a little bit of a reddish brown right underneath. And then if you look at his tongue, he's got for a snake this size, his tongue is really thick.
Yeah, it is really wide. Huh.
He's not poisonous, is he?
He's not. But you know what's weird? He's also not a constrictor. So most snakes are either constrictors or they're a venomous snake. what he does, because he lives in holes, and so you can't, if you're in a tunnel, you can't constrict your prey. So the way that they get their prey, if it's something that they have to constrict or would have to constrict, is they will smash it against the wall of the tunnel. And that's how they will subdue their food, and then they'll eat it. But they'll eat just about anything they find that's an animal. So they'll eat other snakes, they'll eat mammals, they'll eat birds, they'll eat lizards, they'll eat just about anything. They have a pretty fast metabolism. So where you feed your snake probably once a week, this snake could eat once or twice a week, but he also goes to the bathroom a lot more because of that.
Right.
What goes in must come out.
That's true.
Yeah. And they're very messy when it comes to that.
He's
His name
beautiful.
is Cooper.
Cooper.
I call him Cooper the Pooper.
But he's very docile. He's
Yes,
especially not
Yeah.
to handle anymore.
Yeah.
We're used to
Yeah, but he's still checking things out a lot. He hasn't stopped completely. Yeah.
They do. I mean, so he'll put up a little bit of a display, and it's one of these things where when you go to get him out, he might be a little scared, and then if you scare him, then he'll scare, then it like can escalate. So one of the things we'll be training our educators on is not being afraid. Just go and pick him up. If he does the little hood thing, just pick him up, because he's a big bluffer. So he'll just kind of do a closed mouth or something like that. But yeah, he's pretty nice. Something I've learned today that I didn't realize is most snakes, the girls get bigger than the boys.
Yes.
But this is an exception to that. The males get larger than the females. So they'll average, the males will average somewhere around 4 to 7 feet in length, and they'll be like this big. They're big, bulky snakes. And the females will just be about a foot.
So how are y'all feeding him now?
So right now he's eating mice. And as he gets bigger, we'll just give him mice.
Is it once a week, every other week, or
Right now,
big size
we're
mouse?
just feeding him once a week, but that may change where we feed him more than that, because I know their metabolism is faster. For us, it's a little tricky. We want to maximize, obviously, his health and everything, but we also, whenever you feed a snake, well, it's okay if he gets big, but when you feed a snake, you can't handle him for like a day or so after that, because it's like eating on Thanksgiving. If somebody picks you up, you're gonna bring it back up. So we want to make sure that we can utilize him, but also that he obviously can get enough to eat and all that.
His underbelly is pretty. I mean, it's like a grayish. God, he's pretty. He does when that light hits. You can see that blue on him, especially underneath him. You can see just on the outside underneath that blue.
He shed, so we got him out of quarantine about 2 weeks ago. He finally came out of quarantine. So basically, because he was new to the aquarium, we had to get some fecal samples to make sure he's parasite free, which he's captive bred zoo animal, of course he is, but also just to make sure he's healthy. So then after he got all that stuff, he went through like a month of that. We got him over here, he immediately went into shed, so we couldn't handle
him.
And then he just shed Friday, I believe, is when he shed. You want to touch him?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. 2 fingers anywhere on his back. You can touch him.
They feel so weird.
He feels good. I mean, he's really smooth.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He's like, hey, why are you touching me?
Yeah, you can probably feel the difference between the snake you have at home and this guy. It's definitely a bigger, and he's strong. Like right now, he's not showing that
He's
strength,
showing the show.
But he is a very strong animal.
Just watch your ring. Yeah, he's awesome. You want to touch it?
This is the first time she's seen
Really?
it.
Oh my goodness.
A little smoother though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
He's
that's
awesome.
So I
Thank you.
decided, when I first got back into reptiles, I decided I wanted to really get into it. I went to the St. Louis Zoo and I looked at all the snakes, and there was an indigo snake, and I went to the reptile store that was by my house, and I was like, tell me about indigo snakes. That's the snake you could never ever have.
You're never going to get that
This
one.
is the first time I've ever gotten to work with one. So
That's
it's
sweet.
pretty
He
cool.
really is awesome.
He is.
All right, I'll go put him back. And
All right, thank you.
some
Hey, thank you for checking out this video. Here's a couple other playlists. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you like what we're doing. Thank you.